It depends on what you're a fan of, right? So if you are a fan of your cricket team, let's go back. So I've been an analyst for 4 years, but I've been writing about cricket for what, 15 years, right? If you're a fan of your cricket team specifically, and writing about your cricket team, you were going to learn a lot of things about your cricket team that you did not know previously. The people you thought were heroes are going to be dicks. You are going to realize that a lot of the things you were fed by your uncles and your aunties and your family friends and your older brothers and, some chick you dated about your favorite players, they're utter bullshit. You're going to learn how the sausage is made, and you're going to have a completely different relationship. I remember my uncle saying to me once, he said, I don't think you're as big a fan of the Australian team as you used to be. And I was like, probably not of the Australian cricket team, because I know the Australian cricket team. Like, I know people in it. George Bailey's the chairman of selectors, and he's a mate. And I've been in a Hummer with David Warner, and I've had really personal conversations with the Hummer, the car, not a sexual position, by the way, in case anyone's going down. So your relationship changes. Then in my case, I become an analyst, and you're looking even more so at the specifics and how does this work and how does this fit in and what does this mean? But I'm still a cricket fan. I'm just not the kind of cricket fan that you're trying to define. The kind of cricket fan you're defining is that I live and breathe based on my favorite team winning or dying, or my favorite player winning or dying. That's not what I am anymore. My relationship to cricket is gone, but I love cricket. Like, I love cricket more than most people who love their cricket team don't love cricket as much as I love cricket. All right, I am still a cricket fan. Like, it's just a different kind of cricket fan. And to be honest, if you look at me from the age of 12 onwards, I was probably always on this path. Like, there weren't too many kids in Australia who their two favorite teams were Australia and Pakistan. Actually, in fact, I take it further. My two favorite cricket teams when I was 12, 13, 14 were Victoria and Pakistan, right? So I was always on this path of liking cricket more than I liked the teams. And in some ways, what writing about cricket did was allow me to liberate myself from the nonsense of being a fan of the Australian cricket team. And I still like it when the Australian cricket team win. I was happy when they won the World Cup, and I was happy when they won big series. I've really been happy with how they played in Pakistan. But I don't live and die by it. If Australia loses, if they win, awesome. But it's also really cool to, find things out about cricket and work out how cricket is being played and, instruct cricketers, instruct coaches and work with coaches directly. So it's just a different kind of fan.
So
But the thing is that I can get that feeling about any team. Right? I can get that feeling watching Ireland play against South Africa. I can get that feeling watching Afghanistan or watching the Thai women or, watching some franchise that's been struggling. I get the feeling that some of these people out on the field are my friends. Imagine watching your friend do something really cool like that, right? So you're still framing it under that one thing. I mean, a lot of the people who follow my work have kind of evolved beyond that. Right? A lot of them are fans of their team. But now they're also fans of other things, right? Like, so many people want Benny Howell to do well in cricket because I've built Benny Howell up. So there's like this Benny Howell fan club out there now, right? And there are heaps of players out there like that people get sort of obsessed with and all that sort of thing. And in truth, like, it doesn't matter. You can fan over like a little itty bitty thing. One thing I really like is that when I wake up in the morning, if Australia's lost, it doesn't ruin my day, right? Because there's probably many other things that I can get. And I still am a fan. I'm trying to do a similar thing in basketball, but I can't. I'm too obsessed with, or too much of a Denver Nuggets fan. But Denver Nuggets are almost the last team left, maybe Collingwood in the AFL. Well, when they lose, it actually bothers me a little bit. That means I can really appreciate the sports much more, though, because it doesn't matter to me if my team does well. The problem with that is if the Indian team starts losing, so many people will stop following the Indian team, right? And we've seen that in Sri Lanka, and we've seen that in the West Indies, and we see losing teams lose fans. if you're loving the sport, it doesn't matter if your team's losing because you're probably getting something else out of the sport. And that's all we're really talking about here.